Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's time for our Wednesday Live at 5 here in Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. And here is our address. So we are located along the central coast of California, about an hour north of Santa Barbara and half an hour south of San Luis Obispo. So this is our address, and our current hours. Mondays are 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Friday is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are closed on Sundays. And then you can always reach us and shop with us on our website. And then also, if you have questions, you can email us or phone us during our hours or leave a message. So that's how you get a hold of us. And this week we have plenty of new fabric to show you. So let's get started. So last week we had this one Happy Easter, and the third bolt just separated from its little buddies. So this is what we had last week, and so here's the third bolt that came in. So it's Happy Easter, but we didn't get any of the typical Easter ones with, you know, the bunnies and the chickens and the eggs and whatever. We just got the more spring, so it's really more Happy Spring. So we've got this beautiful yellow with the little green leaves and, you know, brown accents, and it coordinates with the other two that we got last week. So this is called Happy Easter, and it's from Robert Kaufman. And then we also have Fluttering Gardens. Now this is a panel, and I'll show that to you, but these are the coordinates. So you have these beautiful butterflies on, you know, kind of a creamy background, tone on tone, and, you know, beautifully colored butterflies. And then you've got this flowers on more of a teal, you know, aqua. It's one of those funny, you know, colors. That is it teal, is it aqua? But anyway, you've got the pretty colored flowers that coordinate with the butterflies and the pretty background. And then the panel is a 1 yard panel, I believe. And does it have a right side and an up and a down? Yes, it has a right side and a wrong side. But anyway, you have all the beautiful butterflies, each in a little square. And like we did for that quilt Jubilee, you know, if you look that up, it had a similar kind of panel. You could use the Panel Perfect book from the 3 Yard Quilt People, or we also have a panel mashup book where you can come up with your own designs, but it's beautiful. So that's these fabrics. This is called Fluttering Gardens from QT Fabrics. And then also from QT Fabrics, and actually these would work with these, is Interwoven. So these are a little more, you know, maybe industrial looking, I don't know, but, you know, you've got the light and the dark colors, and it looks more like a weave. So you've got this, again, the, you know, teal, aqua, you know, green, and then, you know, the blues. And it's, you know, it's maybe a little more distressed looking, you know, the fabric itself. And then you've got the pink, you know, kind of a rosy pink with, you know, they've got this, you know, grayer color going in it. So it's a, you know, it's a little different. It looks, I mean, I think it makes up beautifully. And so this is Interwoven from QT Fabrics. And then also from QT Fabrics, we have Serenity. Don't we all need a little serenity in our lives? So now we have the little dragonflies, and they're on a cream background, a tone-on-tone cream background, and the dragonflies are not nearly as colorful as the butterflies, but they're quite pretty. And then you have the lily pads, and this is directional, so you've got you know, the dark colored waters, and you've got the leaves and the little lilies, I guess. You know, anyway, the florals. And then we have a tone-on-tone orange, kind of a peachy orange, and then a you know, green aqua, you know, yeah, it looks very blue, but it really is more green. And this is No, not too bad, but it's a little darker than it's showing there. A little peachier. Okay. Anyway, it's hard to get the color correct on the camera. You have to come in and see them. Okay, so this is Serenity from QT Fabrics. And then this was a big QT Fabric shipment, obviously, because then we got Horizon from them. And this is an ombre, so you see that it goes all the way, you know, dark, and then it gets very light. So this is the blue, and this would be beautiful water, you know, sky. It's just gorgeous, you know, accent fabric. And then you've got the, you know, the more teal and green. So it goes, you know, the darker, and then it gets quite light. So those two. And then along with that, we got the, so this is Horizon. So then we also got the 2.5-inch strips. So this is all the colors, and they're all, you know, these types of ombres with this, you know, swirl going through them. Very pretty, lots of movement. And then there is a pattern that was done, you know, when, a Villa Rosa pattern, Horizons, that was done with, I believe it uses those strips. So you use the 2.5-inch strips and, you know, a black fabric, or you could pick another color and make a very beautiful quilt. Or any, you know, this could obviously be used for any pattern that uses 2.5-inch strips. But we have this one that uses that showcases that particular one. So we have these, you know, these two as yardage, and then the rest of them are 2.5-inch strips. And then, of course, we want you to vote, vote, vote. Okay, it's not political. It is just for, it is for our local quilt shop contest. And a few, was it 2 years ago, we won for California, and somebody else beat us last year, and we just can't be having that happen. So we have customers that, you know, come and do all kinds of bag things here. So this is through by Annie, which is the bags pattern lady that we use all the time. And of course, there are wonderful prizes, etc. But we just would appreciate if you would go on there and vote for us. Say something nice. You can do 1 vote per email. So if you have several members of your family that have a separate email address, get them to vote as well. All right, so it goes through the end of February, so you have time. So just go online. We have a link in our newsletter and on the website. And so you just will make it as easy as possible for you to vote. So let's win California this year. Yay! Okay, so that's what we have this week. Quite a bit of fabric. It's all beautiful, of course. And we hope to see you in the shop.